What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ahmad and I'm back with another video. All that good stuff, all that good stuff, all that good stuff. I know it's been a very long time since you guys actually heard me speak, but I've missed you guys so much. I'm super glad to be back on YouTube and filming for you guys. It's been literally over a year since I last posted a vlog. Honestly, a lot has happened, a lot has changed, and one thing I learned last year was that you can't go over it, you can't jump through it, you can't skip it. You literally have to go through it to get through it. And I got through it and I'm here and I'm so happy. I feel like I am such in a different mental space as I was last year, and I'm truly grateful for that. I feel like as I get older, I just get wiser, get more life experiences and just learning more about myself, which is really grateful. I feel like as I've gotten older, I have truly become into my, well, I'm not there yet, but I'm always getting there. I'm always becoming my best person I could possibly be. I love when you not only see your growth, but your family members notice your growth, your friends notice your growth, and it's like kind of inspiring because you're like, you're not this person who you once was before. So I'm happy. I am living in my first high-rise apartment and I'm living alone and it just feels really good. I can't describe it, honestly. It just feels really good to be in this time and space. And yes, I posted a Q&A on my Instagram a couple days ago asking you guys to ask me some questions to get to know me more. I feel like being on YouTube, on my previous channel, it was shared and I feel like you guys didn't really get an opportunity to know the real Ahmad Amari Kanu. So I figured this would be your first chance to get to know me more and deep dive into me and getting to know some questions that you guys been asking, some questions that you guys have been DMing me about. I figured also while I'm here, I'll show you guys my night skin routine and show you what I use on a day-to-day night, and I guess not day-to-day night or night to night use, I guess. I feel like most of the time I'm filming skincare for other brands, but I feel like I don't ever really show you what I personally use on a day-to-day, especially for like a dark skinned man. I use these products every other night, honestly. I feel like my skin is also sensitive, so I try not to wash my face every single day. Like I'll wash it to get the dirt off. But as far as like doing a deep skincare routine, I try to do that every other day. I read this post and it's like your skin is like an organ. It knows what it needs to do. It's already equipped with the equipment that it needs to. So I felt like your skincare should just come in and add on to it, not replace the job that it's already meant to do. Like your skin already heals itself. It already has cells rejuvenating and creating multiple cells while you sleep throughout the night. So I figured you need a skincare that just adds on to it, not replace what your skin is already trying to do. So these are some of my products that I use on a night to night basis that helps me keep up, you know, this keeps me looking pretty, like honestly. So let's get to it. First off, I'm gonna start off with my to the people. This is my favorite, honestly, face wash. My sister first put me on to this, I wanna say probably back in 2020. Like, well, she didn't put me on, she brought it, and I'll be sneaking in her skincare closet and just, you know, take a little dibble, and you know, while she's not looking. And honestly, I felt like this cleanser is super duper good. It's light on the skin, it doesn't have any fragrances, and it just makes my skin feel fresh, like really fresh. I don't know what it is or what they put in it exactly. I know it has kale plus green tea, spinach, and other vitamins. It's a superfood cleanser. So I'm not sure what they put in exactly, but I'm telling you, like, this is my go-to skincare for my face wash. So I'm gonna be starting off with this. First question we have off the bat. I'm just gonna go on this at random, not even gonna sit there and choose which question should be answered. Okay, first question is, why did you decide to get a dog and what is its name? So I got First, her name is Rue. I got her back last year. It literally just came up on a year of me having her. And I've always wanted a dog, honestly. I grew up having dogs. It was just unfortunate that my mom gave away every single dog that I had. Like, I would have a dog and come home and I would not have a dog, which was very disappointing to me, especially as a kid. And especially because it was annoying, like having siblings, I would always take care of the dog. Like, they would do it for the fun, kiki. But Ahmad was the one walking the dog, making sure the dog ate. I was a father early on. And they was just there for the fun and giggles. And my mom felt that because we wasn't taking care of it as a whole, as a collective, that we shouldn't have the dog altogether. So, you know, there would be so many times I've gotten probably almost like three or four dogs that went through because like my mom would just give them away. So I always wanted a dog. It was just so that when I first moved to LA, I wanted to get a dog, but I felt like, let me say, I didn't feel like, I had parties who felt like there wasn't the right time to get a dog and that we were always busy and we was flying here and there, that we wouldn't, you know, be able to take care of a dog. But I felt like you can't really plan for anything. You really have to just jump in it with like open arms and just hope for the best. Just like having a kid. No one ever, I mean, you can plan to have a kid, but I feel like in all honesty, you just have to have a kid. And how you go on, you just go on as you go on, you know? And she has been the best decision ever. Like, she is the most caring dog ever, funny, loves attention. She's super affectionate. She wants to be in everyone's business at all times of the day. It doesn't matter what you're doing, Rue wants to be involved. Next question is, are you in a good place mentally? Honestly, I feel like yes. Well, yes. No, honestly, I've been having a lot of self-reflecting moments these last couple weeks. And I feel like I am truly in the greatest space. I am, like, I've been so consistent in the gym. Like, you guys see me, like, the gym has played a great mental focus for me. Just focus on myself and my body and my wellness, honestly. So the gym has been a great outlet for me. It's also been able to help me create like a really established routine just within my life and structure. I feel like I'm a person who thrives on structure and having a routine. So the gym has been a great mental focus for me. I also feel that there has been days where, you know, I don't feel my best or I'm not at my peak how I usually am, but I don't try to dwell on those feelings. I feel them, but I also realize these feelings are going to come and go and that they are not permanent. So I shouldn't really beat myself on it. Although it is hard to say that because I'm a Leo / Virgo mixed in there. I'm super hard on myself. I'm like my worst critic. And so there are times where I am beating myself up and I gotta tell myself, Ahmad, let's calm down, take a step back, let's regroup, and let's move forward. So yeah, but honestly, I can say yes, I'm at my best mental space honestly I've ever been. And I'm so excited for what 2024 has in store for me. And yes, guys, I'm excited. Next question is, what motivates you to keep going? What motivates me? That's a very good question. I feel honestly, my mom says this, she has this saying all this time. It's like, God didn't bring me this far to come this far. So I kind of keep that as a slogan for me, or just like a mental reassurance that you gotta keep going no matter like what life challenges you face or what may come ahead. Like, God didn't bring you this far just to bring you this far. And just knowing that, it just gives me this reassurance to just keep on going, powering through no matter what life challenges throw at me. And trust me, I've had a lot of challenges, especially within the last 2 years. Just knowing that also I'm gonna come out on top, regardless of how everything lays out, I'm always gonna come out on top. So that just keeps me, you know, knowing that I gotta keep going. Also, my mom is another like factor that gives me a battery in the back to keep going, because just seeing what she's been through as in her whole entire life. I'm not sure if you guys watched my one vlog where she visited me for her birthday, and I had took her out, and she had just gave a speech where it was pretty much heartfelt, honestly. Growing up, my mom was homeless, and she was raising a child. Well, she was homeless right before I was born. So she had my brother, and she was homeless, and she was sleeping from house to house, sleeping in people's floors, sleeping in halfway houses, and she's really my role model to just be a better person in this world and just always to continue going and keeping my faith in God, honestly. So she is the main reason why, honestly, I keep going no matter what life challenges may throw at me, honestly. So now that I have completed my face wash, I usually like to use a facial scrub to also, actually no, I'm gonna use it because I haven't used it in the last couple of days. I like to use this just because I feel like my face, like every single time I do my skincare routine and then I go in and do a toner, for some reason my face is just still caked up with dirt for some reason. Like it be, I don't know, like the dirt just be in there deep in my pores, just sitting there. So I got these from Amazon. This is 6 exfoliating facial cleanser pads. It's actually infused with essential oils that help protect your skin while exfoliating and cleansing it. It also has vitamin E, and I believe it also has aloe vera. So I will go in with this little scrub just to give my face an extra, very lightly. I don't scrub my face, but just lightly I'll go in with it and just give it a little scrub just to get the skin together, because to break through that epidermis, I forgot which one comes first, but just to break through the layer of skin and get that dirt out, I like to go in and use this. Next question is dream place to live. I'm not too sure if it's a dream, but it's definitely an interest. When I visited London for my birthday last year, I fell in love with London. London was a vibe, the food was great, the people was cool. Like they was drinking at the pub at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm just like, this is a lifestyle. I don't even be at bars, but honestly, I can get into this. Like I can see myself drinking, having a little 1-2 espresso martini, because you know we keep it classy over here. I would love to experience living in London for a full time, because that 2 weeks, or I think I was there for a week and a half or something like that, that wasn't enough, honestly. So London will be definitely a dream place to live. Next question is LA/California everything you thought it would be, and where would you move to next? I didn't mean for it to be another move question, but again, I'm going by these random. And LA, I'm not too sure if I would say it's everything that I thought it would to be, but honestly, it's everything that everyone says it is. So take that with a grain of salt. And especially coming from New York, I feel like New York just has great food, has great vibes, has great people, and LA is just very interesting. It's very interesting. It's very superficial. It's very social media. It's very much like, I don't know, it's just an interesting place to live at. I was debating on moving back to New York, but I just felt like, one, I just can't do New York winters anymore. So I said, you know, I'm gonna give LA one more try. I feel like after this is my last time living in LA. Honestly, unless I move to another city. I'm not too sure. I would love to move back to New York, but honestly, I just can't do the winters. Like me in the winters, that's the main reason why I left. It's the winters. Me in the winters, we just don't get along. We don't see eye to eye. Like I don't see myself walking through in 30-degree weather. Like why would I do that? Like being cold is like being broke. Why would I want that? Let's see. How was apartment hunting solo? I felt like I was on the roll. Like I wasted no time. I was really hitting the pavement. I was really specific about where I wanted to live. Like I wanted to find a place that I was completely happy with. You know, I feel like when you're coming to finding an apartment, you shouldn't take any shortcuts, because again, this is a space that you're going to be living in. So you should be completely happy with the space that you're in, regardless of what the factors may lie. Like you should do your best to find whatever you can fit in your budget to make you happy. So I toured about 15 different complexes because I just was like, okay, this place didn't have this. I know you're not always gonna get everything, but I needed the spot that I was looking at to hit the main factors I needed, which was layout, view, and gym. Because I'm always in the gym, I'm always in my crib, and I need a layout that works perfectly for me. And being that I chose to go with a studio, I needed a studio that had a layout that was kind of cool, or in a sense that like I didn't want to look up and I see my kitchen like from my bedroom. Like I didn't want to do that. So I had to find a layout that worked out for me. And it just so happened that this unit that I toured, like I toured this unit probably like 5 or 6 times just cause like I fell in love with the building, but I just needed a unit that worked for me. I love the gym. The gym was the nicest gym I've ever seen in all the units that I toured, and the view was super duper dope. And when I first viewed this unit or this complex, my agent didn't even show me this unit. I had to look this unit up myself. And when I found this unit, I fell in love with it. And I was like, yeah, it was actually torn between this and a 1-bedroom. But I figured honestly, the view was worth missing out on a 1-bedroom. I feel like I can alternate, or I can work with not having a 1-bedroom or having a bedroom, because even the bedrooms here, there was no window in there, so it just gave sleep. So I was like, if I'm just gonna sleep somewhere, I might as well sleep somewhere with a view. So I ended up going with this studio, and honestly, I am in love. Every single day I wake up grateful to be in there, I go to sleep grateful to be in there, and I walk in my apartment and I'm immediately hit with this amazing view of all of Los Angeles. And honestly, I'm just grateful. That's game. I don't know. Next up, I'm gonna go with this Clean Skin Club. They have these nice facial towels that I love. Shout out to my sister again. My sister is honestly the main reason why I know the ins and out of my skincare routine, because I be watching her or stealing her products and taking notes. So these are towels that I found on Amazon, and they're really, really great just for, you know, when you want to wipe your skin and you don't want to use actual towels or something that's just clean. And they are clean, it's great. They come in a pack of 25, but they are expensive, so I wouldn't know that. I think I paid $20-something for a pack of 25, which is nuts. So I'm paying like essentially almost damn near $1 for a towel itself. But honestly, they do last and it is worth it. So again, imagine 25 towels, you wash your face 25 times. So, you know, give and take. Okay, next question. What's your take on relationship and dating? So relationships and dating, I want to say honestly, let's date ourselves in 2024. Let's make ourselves happy. Let's explore ourselves and what we want before we get into a relationship and asking another person to ask something from us that we wouldn't even ask from ourselves. I don't know, maybe this generation, they feel like they need a partner to complete themselves, and I hate when I see people say that, because all you need is yourself to complete yourself. And when you make yourself happy, that I don't know, that brings the joy that no other person that can bring in. And I feel like once you make yourself happy, or once you're in a space where you can provide happiness for yourself, then you can allow another partner to come in and add on to that happiness. But don't rely on that partner to make you happy, because then that's unrealistic to them, honestly, because why should a partner rely on themselves to make you happy? Like, the happiness should come within, and they just add on to that. So that's my take on relationships and dating. Now that is good wine. I'm pretty sure I've shown you guys in my past vlogs. This wine is from Trader Joe's, and this is probably my favorite red wine. It's sweet, it's not too bitter. Like, it just exudes, like, I don't know. Shout out to my sister once again. She put me onto this PAA Choice. This is an exfoliant toner, and it's good for all skin types. I feel like this also helps with evening my skin tone and getting rid of these dark marks that I have on my skin, which is actually really annoying. So shout out to my sister. This is really, really good. Next question is, how are you so confident? Honestly, I feel like I'm at my most confident when I have a haircut, because again, when you look good, you feel good. So whenever I look good, I feel my best, and I know like I can do anything in this world. But on the days when I don't feel my best and I don't feel as confident as I am, because there are days where I feel like, am I really that guy? Can I really do this? Or am I really capable of such and such? And on those days that I feel that way, I also realize it's just temporary, because again, you know, when you know you that guy, you always gonna be that guy. So regardless of what you're feeling in that moment, you know deep down in your heart, you're gonna be that guy, and you just gotta snap out of the funk that you're in. So honestly, how do I stay so confident in its truest form is being that true person to myself, staying authentic, and staying pure and light, honestly. That's how I stay so confident. Knowing who I am truly at heart. And that takes away from the other people that I know and who they are truly at heart. That's how I know I'm confident in who I am. And yeah, honestly. if that makes any sense. Next question is, what's one thing you're taking into 2024 that you didn't do much in 2023? Out the bat, I'm gonna have to say choosing myself. I feel like I did it a little bit, or sprinkle here and there, a little sprinkle, but I did a little bit in there in 2023. But 2024, I want to take it to a whole nother level, and I want to take it to a level that I've never taken it before, because I feel like these last couple of years, whether it's platonic or actual relationships, I've always had a tendency of put people first before my feelings, and I want to do less of that and choose more of myself, regardless of how that makes the other person feel or how that may be perceived to the other person, honestly, because at the end of the day, when I lay my head to rest, Ahmad is all that matters, and Ahmad needs to make sure Ahmad's happy at the end of the day. So with that being said, 2024, Ahmad is choosing Ahmad all freaking year. And some of y'all are gonna be upset, some of y'all are gonna be hurt, some of y'all are gonna be lonely, but that's not up to me to deal with. Next question. How old are you? I am 28 years old, although I look 22. I don't know. 22. Tell me what you want to do. I am 28 years old, and I feel like I love getting older. Although my friends were like, oh, you getting up there, you almost 30. I cannot wait for 30, because as I get older, I get wiser, I get finer, I get funnier, I get sexier. I just keep on evolving into another level. So how can I not want to get older, honestly? Because again, I'm 28, but I do not look 28. And if I do look 28, that's totally fine, because I'm still fine. It matches my waistline. Actually, my waistline is 27, but I'm 28, so it doesn't matter. It's totally fine. Next question is, how many siblings do you have? I have 3 siblings. I am the middle child. I know they say a lot about middle children, but we get a bad rep, but we mean well. Like, I felt like me being the middle child, I felt like we have great perspective on everything. Like, we can see, I feel like for me, because I can see arguments and situations, because growing up, it's either I'm seeing my brother's side or seeing my sister's side and knowing, okay, you're wrong, you're right, I see your point, I see your point. So I feel like as middle children, we're able to see who's really right and who's really wrong in situations, or just seeing the perspectives. I feel like we're a great balance between the two. Next question is, how did you get through life in your teen years? Whew, that is a very good question. I feel like a lot of things felt permanent on my feelings. Like whatever I was feeling or going through, or to transitional phases, they felt permanent, but not realizing this is how I feel today. This is not how I will feel tomorrow. So like I had a lot of figuring out how to sort my feelings together and how to communicate my feelings. And I feel like as my teen years, I felt like I was seeking acceptance from people or even family members, but I felt like in our reality, I just had to be okay with myself, and honestly, that's all that mattered. Because again, when I laid my head to rest, my canoe is all that matters. So I felt like in my teen years, a lot of it was very, very hard, and I felt like there was times I didn't feel like there was a light at the end of the tunnel. But again, I just kept on going because I just knew there was something bigger than me. So my teen years was rough, honestly, and I felt like, especially being a gay black man growing up, I feel like it's easier for straights to find people to interact with within their sexual life, but for gays, it's a whole different lifestyle for us. We don't get the pleasure of walking up to so-and-so and interacting with them and asking them out on their dates. So we're left to like go through ways or channels that are less appealing, and sometimes that could put us in dark situations and very sticky situations, which I really hate for us, but I would love to see in the next generation that they're able to express their love easily and be able to walk up to so-and-so and hey, interact with them, or just more acceptance. And so it's like not such a dark path that you have to go through to figure out yourself in the gay community. So I would love to see that in the next generation of gays. Okay, next question is, why the name change? Talk about my username. I'm going from Worst to Ahmad Canoe. Well, the Ahmad Canoe. I feel like I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time, like years. It just so happened that I wasn't able to because there is a mod canoe somewhere in this world with my username. And honestly, I first got the username Worst, and I had it from high school because if you really know me, I am a huge Drake fan. Like when Drake first came out, I've been watching Drake since Degrassi, and I followed his music career up leading to So. But when Nothing Was the Same came out, which is my favorite Drake album, there's a song called Worst Behavior, and that was song like people, if you knew me in high school, like you walking on the hallways, you would see me worst, like it just stuck with me. So I kept the username since then. But as I've gotten older, I've always wanted to change it, but I wasn't able to do so because someone had the name already. But I decided, you know, I could go with the Ahmad Canoe, and I felt like, you know, it just needed a change. Like I felt like the Worst was cool, but like Worst wasn't me, or like it wasn't who I am now. So it was cool for them, but it isn't cool for who I am now, and who I'm stepping into now is me. So I needed to change my name to the Ahmad Canoe, because I am the Ahmad Canoe. So yes, that is the answer. Next question is, what is your favorite place that you've traveled to? Recently, like I said, I've traveled to Greece. And when I tell you that was the best vacation I've ever been on in my life, like until I know there's gonna be a couple trips I'll take this year, but that trip is hands down like the best trip I've ever taken. Greece was something I only could imagine as a kid, like in textbooks, reading about it, but seeing it there in person and taking it in was just like, it was humbling, and it just made me like feel so grateful to experience something like this, to see that in real life. It was just, especially for someone who, I'm from New York, but most importantly I'm from Staten Island, and most importantly I'm from Park Hill. So a kid from the hood, and I'm gonna tell you, the hood could go from that to this. Like there'd be times I grew up and I gotta take the stairs because the elevator not working, and there's pee on the stairs and there's shit on the stairs, and you know, I'm scared of the fact that my mom might get robbed on her way coming up into the building, and there's shootouts and there's blackouts, and you know, there's nothing really going on in my neighborhood but poverty and guys selling drugs. And you know, seeing that growing up, there's so many influences and so many routes I could have taken. So to end up there at that space and time and being who I am, it just made me feel so much grateful, because I have been through a lot, and my family has been through a lot. It made me feel so grateful of all the challenges that I not only faced, my family has faced. Like I tell my mom every single day, if it wasn't for her sacrifices that she made in this world, I would not be in this room. I would not be speaking to you guys right now. I need you guys to know that. If it wasn't for her and all the things that she's been through and all the things she's done, like I commend my mom 1000%. I know I got a little off side topic, but yeah. Next question is, if your life had a theme song, what would it be? I feel like, now don't judge me, I feel like I haven't listened to the album, but I do have this Beyonce playlist I've been listening to, and the song Bigger has touched me in a way that it just resonates with my heart. So I feel like Bigger is definitely a good one. And second, I would say Shut Yo by Doja Cat, because such a goofy ass up. Got a lot of run my check up by day, run day. Got you cussing on the. I'm a shut yo. Shut yo. Yeah, she ate that. Next question is, what should a person look for in an apartment building to make sure it's good? Like I said, my specific taste that I had was layout, gym, and view. I would say name your top 3 things that you cannot live without in an apartment and go off that. And I'll also say, look at the surroundings area. My sister always tell me, is there a hospital nearby? Is there a police department nearby? Specifically this place, I felt like I lucked out because everything is around me. Like there's no need to drive anywhere because everything is like across the street for me. Like if I would want to drive, it would be because I would want to drive. Like it would be no point to drive. So I would say name your top 3 things that you can't live without, and then also do your research, what is surrounding your building. And also, I remember when I first toured this place, because I was moving downtown, I wasn't too sure if I gotta check up somebody. I had to walk around the building a couple times just to scope the scenery out. You don't know where I'm coming. I have to make sure it's good because you never know your neighborhood. I also did it at night. So I did it during the day and did it at night just to make sure I can see what is the lifestyle around my neighborhood in both environments. And I feel like I made a great choice. Out of all the places I viewed, this place really stuck out to me. Like I said, I viewed this place over 5-6 times. So it was calling home to me, and I made the greatest choice. I love it here. I cannot complain. I'm so grateful to be living here. And in peace. In peace. Boy, I'm living in pieces. Mwah. No bars. And next up for my skincare routine, we're gonna go in with this Good Molecules Discoloration Serum. And honestly, I've been using this on and off. I would admit I did have this really dark spot over here, and it's faded a bit, but it took a while. And honestly, I felt like I wish this had faster results, but maybe if I used it more on a consistent basis. I feel like this is probably my less used, or I'm not as consistent as I should be with this product, but it gets used here and there, and I do feel like maybe it's helped a smidge. But will I bank on it and tell you guys, hey, no, this is definitely for you and it's gonna cure all your problems? No, but it's had a slight improvement for me, so I stick with it. Let's go in with this Superfood Air Whip Moisture Cream. This is from Youth to the People as well. This also has kale, spinach, and hyaluronic acid. Excuse me on that. Sometimes these words, they be just making up words because I'm pretty sure this doesn't even exist in that. I mean, does anything really exist? Really, truly, honestly? This is probably my second bottle that I use. And it's actually so light on it. Like, if you could see on my fingertips, like, it's air couldn't even hold this down, honestly. So I like to use this on my skin because it's very much lightweight and it's a great moisturizer. So we're gonna go in with this bad boy. Okay, next question is, what role do you think love plays in the human existence? I feel like love plays multiple roles. I can only sum it up maybe like 2 or 3. I feel like love is accepting for someone who they are truly, disregarding what beliefs they may have or what their thinking process is, accepting somebody for who they really are. I feel like I had a lot of back and forth with my mom growing up, just accepting my sexuality and like, speaking, I love you, and I'm like, no, to love me is to accept me for who I am truly, disregarding, what you think and what your beliefs are. And I'm so glad we have a better relationship in terms of my sexuality now as an adult, because I cannot imagine me being 28 and still having this issue with her, or so I'm really glad. I feel like love is acceptance in all forms, and I also feel like love plays a role in healing, regardless if it's temporary or not. I feel like love can also heal a lot of things. So those are the 2 roles I feel like it plays. But definitely on the acceptance part, accepting somebody, it truly means to love them in their purest form, I feel like. The next question is, what is your aspiration in life? Oh, my aspiration in life. I was expecting that question. My aspiration in life would be to be happy. And it's funny because I always quote this when someone asks me a question. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that question, because I really do love. Sorry, that's my washer going in the background. I feel like my true aspiration in life, honestly, is to be happy. Achieving happiness is the ultimate goal, and I feel like, oh, this shit is going long. Because why is that a whole theme song? Like, why did I need a whole intro to let me know, or outro to let me know my laundry is done? Anyway, I really do feel like my aspiration in life is to be happy and to find happiness. And, well, not to find happiness. Well, I guess you could always find happiness, but as long as you're finding it within, that's all that matters. But I feel like, yeah, my aspiration in life is to be happy. And that's in truest form. I feel like that should be everyone's happiness, honestly, or everyone's aspiration in life is to be happy, because we only have one life to live. Like, we only have one life to live, so why not enjoy to the fullest? Like, forget all the BS and the nonsense and the noise. Like, be happy. Like, you only get to experience this life once, so make it a good experience. Because once it's done, it's done. Okay, I got a little fat butt. My son tell me that he like it like that. Whoop. The next question is, what do you do for a living? I be at home playing fetch by a swimming pool. I'm a real big dog. You a scrappy dude doing all that. No, he ain't fuck with you. Yeah, I be at home playing fetch by a swimming pool. I don't do much, honestly. You know, I just show up as me, and somehow I've been able to make a living out of that. I'm grateful. Next question is, I'm really inspired by your fashion content. Were you always into fashion? Yes, I have always been into fashion growing up. It was actually very, very funny growing up because I'm not as big as a sneakerhead as I was growing up, but I still enjoy sneakers. I grew up, I was like a heavy sneakerhead. Like, you can catch me on every weekend sleeping outside. I mean sleeping outside. Like, my mother would come sometimes with sleeping bags and hot chocolates for me and my brother because we just had to have the latest sneakers. Maybe also that's why I'm not the craziest about my feet, because I've always wore sneakers that were like maybe like a size less than mine, maybe sometimes 2 sizes less, but because I had to have those sneakers regardless of what the size, I was getting them. I was putting my feet in them and I was gonna rock them, and I did. And the girls knew and everyone knew in high school when I came to school. Oh, Ahmad got that thing on. Like, they already knew what was given up. So yeah, I've always been into fashion. I attribute that to my mom and my brother. They are the main 2 factors why I have a sense of fashion and how I know how to dress. So shout out to my brother and shout out to my mother. Y'all ate that for me. Yeah, they got 1-2s. Question is, what's the one thing you love about life currently? I feel like currently I'm enjoying my space of solitude. Being alone, like, I ain't gotta answer no questions to nobody. I do what I want, I go what I want. I enjoy that. I like it. It feels like I was in the Sahara Desert for 50 days, 50 nights, and I'm just busting out the gates. I'm eating steak, I'm eating scallops, I have a seafood boil, I got mashed potatoes, I also got ice cream. Like, I'm eating it all, and it feels really, really good just being in my solitude and myself. Like, I enjoy my home. This right here is my swag. This right here is Kiehl's under eye cream made with avocado, and I love this so much. Like, if I can put this in my system and drink it, I would. This right here, yeah, we go together real bad, real bad. Next question is, what is your lip care kit? I usually have this lip scrub, but I ran out of it, so I'm just gonna end the night with this Laneige. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but I love her a lot. This is my favorite go-to. Sometimes I'll wear this probably like throughout the day, just put it on randomly because I just love how it makes my lips feel and smell. So I'll go in with this, and it just makes my lips feel so good. It gives it like a hint of tint of pink to it, I feel. Mwah, no bars. And honestly, that concludes my skincare routine and my Q&A. I appreciate all those who stay tuned and watch throughout the beginning through the end. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next vlog and show you guys more about my journey and more about me. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff, all that good stuff, all that good stuff. And you know I'm gonna catch you next week. Peace. Peace and more blessings for your essence. I'm raining on you like it's a blessing. I just put that on the top of my dome because I spit it like chrome. She said she wanna be with me, but I said, baby, I live alone. He said he wanna be with me, but I said, baby, I live alone. Maybe I'll start a rap career. Who knows? But yes, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna catch you guys next week, okay?